We're going to Santorini. Good morning from
Santorini.
We actually arrived here yesterday in the afternoon. We took an airport shuttle from the airport to our Airbnb. It's actually located inside Fira, which is the biggest town.
It's the capital.
Yeah, you could take a shuttle for only €2 one trip, so that's quite convenient. But today's our first full day here. We're going to the Kamari Black Sand Beach first, and then we're gonna visit Iya in the afternoon. And this is the Black Sand Beach. I'm not sure if you can see it from the camera, but the water here is very clear and blue. The Santorini volcano erupted back in 1600 BC. And as a result of the eruption, the entire island was covered in pumice, ash, and lava. That's why the sand here is black. It's still warm enough today, I think, to go for a swim. We see people swimming in the ocean right now, or in the sea, which is incredible because right now we're in the middle of winter. It's really dead.
There's really not a lot of people here, not a lot of places open. But the good thing is the beach is free, so you can sit and swim. It's not a smooth sand beach. I think that
rocky.
is because it's black sand. There's a lot of rocks, so if that's the type of beach you like, you'll love this place.
But the water's so clear. I really want to jump in.
Do it.
Now let's talk about transportation since we're waiting for our bus. Santorini is not a very big island. You can get from A to B pretty quickly. For example, going from the airport to Fira only takes about 10 minutes by car. There are also different ways to get around the island. Number one, taxi, which is probably the most expensive way. Just for reference, going from the airport to Fira will cost you around €90 one way. According to Uber, it might be cheaper if you contact your hotel and they can arrange something for you. The quote that we got from our hotel was only €35, so definitely cheaper. Now the second way, and probably the most popular method, at least during summer, is by renting a car. I'm not too sure how much it will cost. I saw rental companies at the airport. I'm sure there are a lot of options throughout the island as well. But just be aware that in summer, it can get quite busy and
it might be hard to find parking.
Yeah, and the roads here are quite narrow. There's also public transportation here, which is the one we took from the airport to Fira, and it only costs about €2 and doesn't take too long either. 10 to 15 minutes and you can get to anywhere you want. The schedule though is a bit tricky, especially during winter. They have less buses in winter. I think that's from end of October to March. That's the off season.
The buses here, they are cash only, so make sure you pack some with you.
And finally, we are in arguably the most famous, the most popular, the photogenic area in Santorini. I think it's called Iya. Yeah.
It's spelled O-I-A.
I used to call it Oya.
Oya.
Yeah. We're gonna try to find a cafe and get some coffee. Again, it seems like most restaurants and shops are closed. But we're gonna stay here for a bit and watch the sunset. That's probably the most popular thing to do here in Santorini. It's not too crowded here, which is great. So we should be able to find a spot at the viewpoint pretty easily. a lot of the businesses use off-season to renovate and also repaint all the buildings here to give that classic white and blue look. So come summertime or peak season, everything would be nice and pretty.
Even right now during off season, it's still like very clean. The floors are very, like there's no litter. There's a lot of no littering signs here actually. But it really, I feel like because the stores are all closed, we're not really getting a full experience. Here, there's a little bit more open.
Yeah.
But here it's definitely closed. There's also a lot more strays here. A lot more stray dogs, a lot more stray cats.
I've also never been to a place where the entire place shuts down during off season. Like the villages
really
just feel so dead.
But you still get a nice view.
Yeah.
If you flip the camera around.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, during off season, the ferry schedule changes. During summer, you can catch a ferry from Athens to Santorini pretty regularly. But during winter, I believe there's only one ferry every 2 weeks. So we were planning to take the ferry at least for one way, but I couldn't find anything online. So it does get really tricky during winter.
My maid of honor, she actually took the ferry from Athens to Santorini, and she did mention that if you do get seasick, to make sure that you take some gravel or some medicine, just because they do go super fast.
Yeah.
So.
All right, on our way to the last stop in the old castle for sunset. Honestly, the sunset yesterday was pretty good already in Vira. So I don't know how this can
Top it.
Yeah, we'll see. The castle is still pretty busy, even during off season.
Everyone's here, it seems.
It does get kind of cold here right before the sunset, so bring a jacket with you just in case. The castle here is actually quite spacious, but I'm gonna guess during summer there won't be any space unless you come here like an hour before sunset. Right behind me is a cliff. You can see if you take the ferry, it drops you off right there, and you have to walk all the way up here. How's the view? So the appetizer just arrived. We got the calamari. It's so good. The breading, it's so light and crispy. And the squid itself is very soft.
And the breading is actually seasoned.
Yeah, this is our first time trying calamari in Greece, and it's good. I love it.
You can tell that the squid is fresh, because a lot of the times we had calamari kind of frozen.
Yeah.
And this one's very, very soft and tender.
It's so light. So good.
Yeah.
And now the main courses are here. We got the moussaka and lamb kebab.
Moussaka is like a casserole, so there's all different layers underneath. There's a layer of potato, minced meat, and cheese.
And I think there's eggplant as well.
Yeah, eggplant. So it's very creamy. The cheese on top is charred or broiled, so it's very gooey. You can see. There's the eggplant.
Ooh.
Honestly, if you don't like eggplant, I think you will still like this because it kind of takes the flavors of everything else. So it just adds this nice creaminess to it, and that's the meat.
It's almost like a lasagna without noodles.
A lot of places make it differently.
Yeah.
This one is more like a casserole, but the other places we've been to, it looks like a lasagna.
The other places we've been to, they're more like almost like a pie. You
Yeah.
know? And this one's, yeah, like you said, it's like a casserole.
Yeah.
The dish itself is very creamy. I love it. It's one of my favorite dishes. And the lamb kebab comes with rice, tzatziki sauce. A lot bigger than I expected. Let me just get in there and have a bite. Wow. It's so soft and juicy. This is really, really good. And it's perfectly seasoned. A lot of kebabs and gyros we've had, the meat tends to be
Pretty salty.
quite salty, but this one's not. You can actually taste some herbs on top, so it's not just, you know, straight up salt. And it's really, really juicy. You can see the juices coming out here as I cut it. And the sauce itself is very creamy and very light. So when you eat it with the sauce, it feels lighter and not as heavy.
First thing that we noticed right away, it's really easy to cut.
Oh yeah.
So
I cut it earlier without that knife.
It's really fresh. And what sauce is this? Tzatziki sauce?
Tzatziki, yeah. So yogurt, I think cucumber, maybe some garlic. It's so soft, right? This might be the best kebab we've had in Greece.
The other parts of Eastern Europe, I think they just season it very, very salty. This one is not that salty at all.
Flavorful.
Very
Very
flavorful.
flavorful.
Yeah, let's see. Juice is like glistening.
Lunch was delicious. I'm super satisfied. And this is our last meal in Santorini,
basically.
in Greece. We paid 44 euros, and that includes tips. So 1 appetizer and 2 main courses, and a bottle of water. Honestly, still cheaper than back home, and the food was incredible. We had a nice view.
Compared to some of the places here, I don't know how authentic some of these restaurants are, but this one was definitely good.
Also, this is off season, so we don't have a lot of options, but that one was good. In Santorini, there's a trail that goes from Thera all the way to Ia. It takes about 3 hours one way. Of course, you can do round trip. That would take you 6 hours. So the trail passes through another town called
I forgot it.
Imrafigui.
No, that's with an I.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll put the name on the screen. It's really hard to pronounce. I'm sorry. Which only takes about 45 to 50 minutes. So we're doing that right now. And you can see right behind us is the beautiful Thera with all the white houses.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. And the trail is right by the water. Let me just show you here. It's very enjoyable. It's also paved, so you're not really climbing mountains or anything.
Yeah. Steep incline though.
Not really.
The village is right there, and we're going to that rock over there.
It's about 30 minutes from here. We've been hiking for 10 minutes now. And then maybe additional 10 minutes to the rock. Another excursion that you can do when you're in Santorini is going to the volcano over there. You will have to either rent a boat or join a tour. I don't think you can actually stay on the island, on the volcano, but you can definitely do a day trip there. Are you okay?
Bro, I'm tired. This incline hasn't stopped, and it's been 20 minutes.
We're in the village of Imrafigui now.
We don't know the name, by the way.
We
We'll
don't know
just
the
put it
name.
right here.
The town itself is very
Similar.
but also very white, like very pristine. It's your classic Santorini blue and white colorway.
Notice more locals here.
Yeah, definitely more locals here. Oh, but this view is so incredible. I mean, the views are incredible in Santorini anywhere, but this trail, I love it. And right next to the village, there's an attraction called Scarro's Rock. But to get there, you have to climb down. Well, it's quite steep, and then you have to climb up. I'm not sure if you can get to the top of the rock, right over there, but I do see people sitting just there, right at the entrance. We're gonna go there and check it out. The view should be incredible down there.
If you're under 5'2", these steps are pretty steep.
We've reached the foot of Scarro's Rock. We're gonna keep going for a little bit more. It is quite steep. There's a lot of steps coming down, but it is paved.
Also, one thing to note, right now it's not too hot. But
Yeah.
once it does become summer, there are going to be a lot of like bugs. So just make sure maybe to pack some bug spray with you or spray yourself with mosquito repellent.
Also lots of water.
Lots of water.
But I imagine during summer, there will be more cafes and restaurants open
Yeah.
along the way. So you can take a break if you want. But
Yeah. You're
as of now,
under-
everything's closed.
You're under the sun, so it gets pretty hot.
And the rock is, oh, sorry. And the rock is right there. We're gonna stop here just in front of the rock. You can see it's right behind me. I'm sure you can climb all the way up, but it doesn't look super safe.
And also the view is the same.
Yeah, from here, you can see Ia village right behind us.
Yep.
And if you turn around,
Fira.
that's Fira, where we're staying.
And then right behind us,
That village
the I village.
in Muravki. It's so nice here.
Take a look down there, right where the water meets land. The water turns kind of green before it's blue. I think maybe because it's so clear, or maybe because the land is beige, so it makes green. I don't know, but the water is so nice, and the
Yeah.
wind feels so good. Oh, it's nice. Oh wait, this is a video.
Not gonna lie, the hike from the rock up to the village was quite hard. I'm slightly out of breath. But now, we're on our way back to Fira, and we're gonna go grab some dessert.
Hello everybody, we've just made it back to the Airbnb. It's our last day in Greece, so we definitely have to get orange cake.
Yes.
Ta-da! This is actually a pretty big piece. I'm surprised they're this big.
For €3, this is
Yeah,
pretty good.
but if you've never had orange cake before, it actually doesn't really taste like orange at all.
It's not a pie, it's
More
more of
like
a cake.
pudding. Like if you've ever had bread pudding before, it's that type of consistency. Very fudgy. It's very custardy. And it's also very caramelly.
Yeah, it's not like spongy cake, but more,
No.
there's a bit of a
It's
chew
dense.
to it. Yeah, which I really like.
Yeah,
But it is soaked in syrup.
yeah.
So it's on the sweeter side.
If you like baklava, you'll like this. Like if
Yes.
you like the nuttiness of baklava, you will love this.
Yeah.
Personally, it's really good. And
bite.
I don't really like fruity dessert, but I really like this. Ta-da! Oops.
Yum.
I'll try it. Oh, there's way more orangey.
Yeah. Better?
It almost tastes like a macaroon.
Is it sweeter?
No. This is very orangey. It's very nutty. And it's also not smooth. It's kind of crumbly.
Good?
Actually, a little might taste better. It's good though. Good stuff.
If you're ever in Greece, just go to the supermarket Lidl. They have really good dessert. They have baklava as well and orange cake. It's pretty affordable. Yeah. So we're gonna take a break now and then go out later for the sunset. The sunset in Fira, absolutely gorgeous. Dare I say it's better than Ia. What do you think?
I agree. It's really, really beautiful here.
Any final thoughts?
Come when it's shoulder season, not when it's off,
Yeah.
and not when it's summer.
Before the trip, I thought I would be disappointed by Santorini. I thought it would be overhyped, overrated, but it's actually so beautiful, so incredible. I will definitely come back. I want to come back. But yeah, this is it for Greece. Tomorrow, we're going to a new country. We're gonna end the vlog here. Bye.